Super sad news out of California. At least 11 people have died. 153,000 people have been asked to leave their homes. 1.2 million people in California do not have power. They don't have electricity. 12,000 buildings have been destroyed, including houses, schools, businesses. It could cost 150 billion American dollars to fix everything, and it's not done yet. In today's English lesson, we will watch a news report about the latest California fires that are affecting Los Angeles. My name is Brent. I have been an English teacher in the United States for over 20 years. If you stick with this lesson for the next 20 minutes, your English will be so much better. Maybe you are studying for the IELTS or TOEFL exam, or maybe you just want to have better conversations in English. You will learn the words devastated, unprecedented, get access, structures, unimaginable. You will learn what looting is. How about the verb hampered, magnitude, and so many more. I have slowed down the newscast a little bit. I have put the words on the screen. You will be able to practice your English reading and listening at the same time. If that sounds like fun to you, please hit that like button so other English learners can find the lesson, and let's watch the news together. Then I will come back and teach all of the difficult terms.
Wildfires that have devastated so much of Southern California continue to grow and cause unprecedented damage. At least 10 people have died so far. That number likely to grow.
Mainly because fire crews can't get access to a lot of those communities, right? Well, at least 10,000 structures have been destroyed so far, causing billions of dollars in damage. ABC News' Andrea Fujii with the latest.
This morning, the damage in Southern California described as unimaginable. Thousands of homes, at least 5 churches, a synagogue, 7 schools, and 2 libraries. Bars, restaurants, banks, and grocery stores damaged or destroyed.
Pacific Palisades, right now, could just be taken off the map.
Devastated. Devastated. For each of these terms, I will have a picture, I will have the official definition, and I will use it in a sentence, maybe 2, to help you understand the term. Devastated. It means very sad or completely destroyed. You can use this when talking about a place, like a neighborhood, like the Pacific Palisades. That is the name of the neighborhood that has been most affected by this fire. Or you can use it for people. We will do both. First, here is a sentence about the place. The Pacific Palisades community was devastated after the fire destroyed many homes. But you could also use it to describe how a person feels. She was devastated after her good friend lost her house in the fire. Let's work on the pronunciation for this word, unprecedented. Unprecedented. It means something that has never happened before. The firefighters faced unprecedented challenges because the fire spread so fast. How about this sentence, or actually 2 sentences here with a very difficult tense? It would have been unprecedented if Kamala Harris would have won the election. She would have been our first female president. And that sentence is written in the conditional perfect tense. Not a very common tense, but I thought it was an interesting sentence.
Wildfires that have devastated so much of Southern California continue to grow and cause unprecedented damage. At least 10 people have died so far. That number likely to grow.
Mainly because fire crews can't get access to a lot of those communities, right?
This next one uses what might be the most difficult word in English, get. We have so many ways we use get in English. Please let me know in the comments, what do you think is the most difficult word in English? Put. That's a pretty difficult one. We have a lot of ways we use take as well. But to get access means to be able to enter or use something. People could not get access to their homes because of the evacuation. Maybe evacuation is a bonus word. It means somebody has to leave their home because of danger. Now, in the picture, there is a teacher. That is not me. I wish I was that thin, but every morning I have to use a key card to get access to the school. Yeah, I put my little key card in the reader and then the door opens for me.
At least 10 people have died so far. That number likely to grow.
Mainly because fire crews can't get access to a lot of those communities, right? Well, at least 10,000 structures have been destroyed so far, causing billions of dollars in damage. ABC News' Andrea Fujii with the latest.
This morning, the damage in Southern California described as unimaginable.
In the newscast, they use the word structures. Let's talk about what those are. Buildings or things people build. Basically, it's another way to say buildings. This is just an example. Unfortunately, the number is much higher. Over 1,000 structures, including homes and stores, were burned in the fire. This one is hard to say. Unimaginable. Unimaginable. It means it's hard to believe or imagine. The damage caused by the fire was unimaginable for the people living there.
This morning, the damage in Southern California described as unimaginable. Thousands of homes, at least 5 churches, a synagogue, 7 schools, and 2 libraries, bars, restaurants, banks, and grocery stores damaged or destroyed.
Pacific Palisades, right now, could just be taken off the map. There is no Pacific Palisades.
Early estimates predict $57 billion in damages, possibly causing the state's insurance crisis to swell.
One of the structures they talk about is a synagogue. I didn't know if you knew what a synagogue was in English. Well, it's a place where Jewish people pray, like a church for Christians or a mosque for Muslims. The fire damaged a synagogue in Pacific Palisades, not easy to say, and people were very sad. Pacific Palisades. Well, let's talk about what Pacific Palisades are or is. It's a neighborhood in Los Angeles, California. Do you know where California is in the United States? Let's take a quick look at a map. California is on what we call the West Coast. New York is on the East Coast. The fires in Pacific Palisades were some of the worst in California this year. Yeah, like maybe ever. These fires have been unprecedented.
Early estimates predict $57 billion in damages, possibly causing the state's insurance crisis to swell.
All right, we have a verb here, swell. Swell means to get bigger or larger in number. The number of people leaving their homes started to swell as the fire got worse. Now take a look at this picture. It shows the picture of an ankle. That ankle looks red, but it also looks swollen. Yeah, we should talk about the past tense of swell. There are 2 ways to use it. His ankle was swollen after he slipped on the ice, or his ankle swelled up after he slipped on the ice.
Between 2020 and 2022, insurance companies declined to renew 2.8 million homeowner policies in the state, including 531,000 in LA County. Looting also a problem. The National Guard now requested to protect property.
The next one is renew. Renew. Anytime you see re at the beginning of an English word, think again. The official definition: to start again or make something new. People are working to renew their community after the fire destroyed so much. And if you are an American citizen, you need to renew your passport every 10 years. It basically means you need to take another picture and pay some more money. But then it's good for another 10 years. I need to renew my passport in 2026. This is never a good thing. Looting, it means stealing after a disaster. It happens all the time. Let's say there is an earthquake or a tornado and people have to evacuate their homes or their businesses. If the police aren't around, people will come in and loot. They will steal things. Police stopped people from looting empty homes during the fire. If looting gets too bad, the National Guard might get called in. What is the National Guard? I'm glad you asked. I have the answer right down below. The National Guard is a part of the military that helps in emergencies. The National Guard came to help people leave safely during the fire. That is just an example. The National Guard has been called in after the fire, mostly to stop people from looting.
Looting also a problem. The National Guard now requested to protect property. Many families can no longer recognize their neighborhoods. ABC's Kana Whitworth found a woman carrying the only thing she could find, a piece of tile with turtles on it from her bathroom.
It was the only thing I found, other than a cracked mug. So I took it. Just maybe even to frame it as a memory.
She says her friends have 5 family members who lost homes in the Palisades fire.
Oh, that poor woman. She could only save her bathroom tiles. Let's talk about what tiles are. You might see them in the bathroom, but you might also see them in the kitchen. Flat pieces used on bathroom walls or floors. The fire was so hot, it cracked bathroom tiles in many homes.
ABC's Kana Whitworth found a woman carrying the only thing she could find, a piece of tile with turtles on it from her bathroom.
It was the only thing I found, other than a cracked mug. So I took it. Just maybe even to frame it as a memory.
She says her friends have 5 family members who lost homes in the Palisades fire. The wildfire disaster exposing a vulnerability in LA's water system.
Okay, a couple big words here. Exposing vulnerabilities. Exposing vulnerabilities. Showing weaknesses or problems. The fire showed vulnerabilities in the city's emergency plans. Yeah, like one big vulnerability was the fire hydrants did not have enough water. It is quite possible that people will lose their jobs because this was so poorly managed. I'm not sure who yet. Maybe I will make an English lesson when somebody like the mayor loses her job, but I'm sure somebody is going to be blamed.
As crews battled the fast-moving flames, firefighters were hampered by low water pressure and fire hydrants running dry. Officials say the city's water system simply wasn't designed to deliver such large volumes of water at once.
The municipal water systems that service our homes and businesses continue to work effectively. However, they are not designed to fight wildfires.
In Pacific Palisades, 3 large water tanks, each holding about 1 million gallons, running out of water.
We had a tremendous demand on our system in the Palisades.
Experts tell ABC News firefighters would have experienced the same issues even with more tanks due to the magnitude of the fires.
Hampered means made something harder to do. Strong winds hampered firefighters trying to stop the fire. Yeah, that did not help. A lack of water also hampered firefighters' efforts. Look at this picture. It looks like that man is on crutches. Maybe he has a swollen ankle. Those crutches are definitely hampering his walking. They also mention water pressure in the newscast. Let's talk about what that is. Water pressure means how strong water flows through pipes. I don't know about you, but when I take a shower, I like for the water pressure to be strong. Firefighters had trouble because the water pressure was too low. In English, we call that thing a pressure washer. It's a hose or a pipe that makes the water come out really fast, really strong. So strong that you can clean the dirt off your driveway with it. This summer, I used a pressure washer to get all of the dirt off my house. Yeah, I have an old pressure washer that I share with my brother in the garage. I will show you a picture of that right now. They also mentioned volumes of water. It just means large amounts of water. They needed huge volumes of water to fight the fire. And unfortunately, the firefighters did not have that.
Firefighters were hampered by low water pressure and fire hydrants running dry. Officials say the city's water system simply wasn't designed to deliver such large volumes of water at once.
The municipal water systems that service our homes and businesses continue to work effectively. However, they are not designed to fight wildfires.
In Pacific Palisades, 3 large water tanks, each holding about 1 million gallons, running out of water.
We had a tremendous demand on our system in the Palisades.
Experts tell ABC News firefighters would have experienced the same issues even with more tanks due to the magnitude of the fires.
Magnitude. What does that mean? The size or importance of something. The magnitude of the fire made it one of the worst in California. We also use magnitude when talking about how strong an earthquake was. You might hear it was a magnitude 7.1 on the Richter scale. Do you use something called a Richter scale in your language to measure the magnitude of earthquakes? I would like to thank you for watching until the end. I would like to also congratulate you for watching until the end. Nice job. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's been a rough week in the United States. Down below is an English lesson I made about a major snowstorm. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.